Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a pick a card for you guys, which is entitled What You Need to Work On in Order to Achieve Success. So I pulled some tarot cards and some oracle cards, and we're going to be looking at the general energies surrounding the situation, what you can do to work on them or get past any obstacles or to strengthen any abilities, etc. We're going to be looking at all kinds of stuff. Please do remember this is a general reading. It is not a personal reading. So there's absolutely zero reason to take anything personally. If something's not resonating with you, just leave it be and move on to another group, or else possibly go check out a different video if this one it's just not jiving for you. So today we have 4 groups. We have group 1 with Tiger's Eye, group 2 with Smoky Quartz, group 3 with the Dragonstone, and group 4 with Jade. If you are interested in booking a personal reading, there is information in the drop-down box for that, along with the timestamps for this. Also, my Patreon information, if you're interested in checking that out. I post there daily, except for on Sundays. And there's going to be we just did a podcast. Our latest podcast is up on the Pisces Twin podcast is up there right now. We just did it yesterday, and there's also going to be another pick a card over there as well, which is a different subject matter, but I'm putting one up there as well. So anyways, let's go ahead, get started with this. Pause the video, do whatever it takes to choose your group, and let's get started. For those of you who picked group 1 with the Tiger's Eye, this is going to be your reading. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to flip the tarot cards first. So we have the Hanged Man, and we have the Judgment card. We have, and how this is the overall energy of the situation, what you could be dealing with right now, and then how to work with this and how to overcome it or fix anything that needs to be fixed. We have the Page of Pentacles and we have the Ten of Wands. Okay, so with this one, I feel like in order to really achieve goals, achieve success, bring about manifestations, whatever, there's definitely a need to take a look at the big picture here. Also, see things from another point of view. You guys, some of you, I feel like are like kind of having for some of you, definitely a creative block of some kind. Some of you could be confused as to what path of study or to take. Some of you could be in college still and you're not feeling the major that you signed up for, it's just not resonating with you anymore. Maybe you've you've become disinterested in it, or you feel called to try something else. Some of you are stuck in a specific situation, or maybe in a job that feels like you are just frozen, and it's like you're realizing that this is just not what you don't want to do it anymore. It's just not fitting. It's not suiting for you. And why I said the creative block for some of you, if you're in a creative field or you're an artist of some kind, the Hangman is Neptunian energy. So it's definitely that feeling of the very dreamy aspects of things and stuff. But then we have the Judgment card, which shows that there's definitely a need to reinvent yourself, rebirth, start something afresh and anew, because we have the Page of Pentacles, and this is always showing and indicating the beginning of a learning curve where you're just starting fresh. You're starting out all over from the start again. This could have to do with a promotion, a switch of career. This also could be taking up a new course of study, going back to school, things like this. But there is this, I feel like there's definitely a call and a need here to do this. And for some of you, it is going to be like you're starting from scratch all over again. However, by doing this, you're going to be releasing a lot of burdens and a lot of stress and a lot of pressure that you've been feeling. Because I feel like for some of you, you've just been beating yourself up over this situation for a long time. Or it's just like you're just frustrated. And by doing this and just realizing it's just not worth it anymore to try to fight and letting it go, it's going to relieve a lot of anxiety and stress, okay? So let's take a look and see what came out for the Oracle cards. We have courage. Have the courage to see the lessons in all situations and face them constructively with card 42. We have card 32 with details. Examine your situation and take care of every detail one step at a time. Yes, exactly. We have fog and mist with be cautious in the reverse. We have challenges with card 13. Wow. We have communication is key with new moon and Gemini. And then we have Labradorite with transformation, magic, and imagination. So obviously, to make a big change takes a lot of fucking courage. Okay. But as long as you're really re-examining things and paying attention to the details and taking it one step at a time, you're going to be fine. You're going to overcome challenges. And it's really vital during this whole entire process to really be communicating very clearly as to what it is that you want and you're trying to achieve here. Okay. You know, for the be cautious in reverse, let's take a look at this card here, because I feel like this is kind of like, I feel like relief or something. Yes, exactly. Because by wait until you hear what this says. But, you know, with the details, examine your situation and take care of every detail one step at a time, okay? Have the courage to see the lessons in all situations and face them constructively. Instead of beating yourself up over the situation, like, hey, you know, don't feel like a failure, okay? Because you're not a failure. You're, you know, it's all in how you, the devil's in the details, okay? And definitely looking at this instead of, you know, in a courageous kind of standpoint and facing things constructively instead of, you know, destructively, and like facing the challenges head on, examining the details. I just feel like everything is going to be fine. It's going to really like benefit you, and there's great transformation that's going to happen. It's going to be like fucking magic. When you do this, it's like everything is going to fall into line and everything's just going to start working out. So with the fog and mist in reversed, things are becoming a bit clearer. The fog is lifting and the mist is dissipating. You can venture forward now with much less worry about where you step. Things that have been hidden about people and events in your life will soon be revealed. The appearance of fog can reflect a blending of other dimensions and realms with your own. When the fog begins to lift, an open doorway between the spirit world and your daily life often becomes more visible. If you are wishing to explore this world, now is a good time to step through, but do so carefully. Pay attention to the details and make sure you have everything worked out, and you know everything is going to work out. What am I trying to say? Just make sure that everything is in alignment, okay? And that you've taken care of all the little details. If you have to sign a contract or something like this, really review it and make sure everything is sound with that, okay? And then with that challenges card, wow. With card 13, by the way, with the, where are we? Right here. Okay. Gaining strength and overcoming obstacles will make you a winner. Okay. So the general message here is selecting this card reminds you it is time to face your fears head on. You will have the confidence and the ability to solve your problems. You could be feeling overwhelmed and hopeless as demanding situations put strain on your health or cause you a lot of stress. This is a good time for making positive changes and having the strength and courage to move forward successfully. You will be dumbfounded by what you can achieve over the next 12 months. So there is a specific time period. And I feel like obviously when we're in Gemini season, this could be like a heightened time for you to really get the ball rolling. But also it could indicate that by next new moon in Gemini season, definitely that things could really just come into fruition like hardcore, you know? So surround yourself with upbeat people and avoid negativity at all costs. There is no room in your life anymore for people who do not support and maintain you. Wow. Awesome. Okay. And I just looked down and my eyes totally fell on a specific line here in this card in the relationship message. And I feel like I really need to read this because for some of you, especially because this card is sitting here, I think you need to hear it. So difficult situations around relationships need to be dealt with now or never. Do not hold back or block your feelings. The time to communicate and get things off your chest is now. By speaking up, problem relationships could become better or released if there is no longer any positivity in the relationship. This card can also see you helping young family members through personal challenges, and time spent with your children or younger people will be challenging. Hang in there. You will be able to help them get through their own private storms by giving sound advice and guiding them to solve their own problems. This difficult time will ultimately benefit your relationships in general. So obviously, by overcoming these challenges, though, you're going to become, much stronger and the wiser for it, So with new moon in Gemini here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a peek at the message here. So, hold on. Edit, by the way, communication. Oh, that's full moon, damn it. Okay, new moon in Gemini, communication is key. A successful relationship. See, this is why I felt the need to read the relationship message on this. A successful relationship usually comes down to one thing, communication. And the new moon in Gemini card is all about the start of a new cycle for communicating with the person at the center of your question. Talking things through is the answer to whatever it is you're asking about. If you can't talk to that person, you can journal about it to yourself. Emails, text messages, and other forms of communication will also help you now. If the issue you're asking about concerns a sibling or neighbor, there's a new start coming, a time to wipe the slate clean and start over. This card could also suggest you've been too frivolous lately and need to get grounded again. But most importantly, drawing this card emphasizes the need to communicate. Okay? So to attune with this energy, it says, write a list of all the people you love the most and see if you're prioritizing them. Additional meanings are time to tell someone how you feel. Don't be all in your head and not in your heart. Someone is flirting with you. Read more books. And that's kind of funny because we have that Page of Pentacles and this talks about like possibly going back to school or starting a new course of study. So the teaching here is Gemini is the sign of communication and socializing of ideas and travel, and the energy around it and around this card, no matter when you pull it, is speedy, gossipy, and flirtatious. The new moon in Gemini is a wonderful time to get out and socialize. Gemini loves a chat. One thing to be aware of is that this card can also indicate being mentally scattered. Daily meditations will help to unscramble crossed wires in your brain. And, with the Hangman, that's kind of like, definitely a meditative card there for sure. So the crystal that was pulled here is labradorite. And so this is obviously one that you guys might want to carry on your person or work with, have it in your workspace. So this is transformation, magic, and imagination. A stone of transition, labradorite assists in times of change and transformation. It expands our connection with the universe, unlocking the third eye and all the wonder that lies beyond the physical realm, as well as your magical powers. Labradorite evokes the magic we all have, reminding us to wield our power by going within and connecting to the core truths of who we are. Chase after your dreams and align yourself with the vibration of anything is possible. An energy labradorite is all too familiar with. And this is so wild that this is coming out because this is particularly has like Leo, Scorpio, Sagittarius energy, and definitely Neptune and Jupiter energy. So it's kind of crazy because we have the Neptune card and we have Neptune coming up and being mentioned here. So anyways, I kind of want to take a peek. I don't know why these two, it's weird because we have successive cards. Like 32, 42. I mean, that's kind of weird. So this is just like happening a lot lately, swear to God. So with details, this is making sure that you're paying attention to the detail is the key to successfully resolving the issue at hand. It is a reminder that even the grandest creative enterprise requires that focused attention be paid to the smallest details. Just as a chain is only as strong as its weakest link, the failure to attend to the details of any project or process is practically a guarantee that these seemingly minor imperfections in the scheme of things will become glaringly obvious problems, usually at the worst possible time. The difference between a good work of art and a great work of art is often the attention to details. There is no such thing as a small detail. They are all of great importance. Don't rush, okay? And then with 42 there, This is talking about courage, obviously. The courage card is an indication that you may soon be called upon to demonstrate the courage of your convictions regarding the situation in question. Only you can tell if you lack courage or are being foolhardy. In either case, you will not be able to avoid the situation by isolating yourself from your work or from others critical of it. The appearance of this card when you are planning to make a major change or to give up on something is an indication that you should neither change nor give up, but have the courage to continue on your present course. Be brave. Selecting the courage card can also indicate that the problem is the amount of courage possessed by another person involved in the situation in question, which is really interesting. But obviously, some of you might be like procrastinating and a little bit afraid to start something new or start a new job, or just maybe you guys are even making a move or just going to school, like you're carrying on and like going into a new course of study or something. But I feel like don't be afraid, because it's really going to work out in the long run. Just make sure you're paying attention to the details. Keep your eyes open and your ears open. Okay, guys, so that's it. That's all I have for this group. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for further notifications. In the drop-down box, there's information on how to book a personal reading with me, plus my Patreon information and social media. Thank you guys for being with me, and I'll catch you next time. For those of you who picked group 2 with the smoky quartz, this is going to be your reading. Okay, let's see what the overall energy here is. Ooh, we have the Lover's card, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so this is like kind of like the present energies surrounding you. There's some kind of, some of you definitely could be coming out of a phase where it's like you've just had like kind of bad luck for a while, where, you know, things just might have been stuck for a while, or things just hadn't been like, you know, working in your favor. But I really feel like that there's a change coming up in this situation. Also, some of you are kind of like being presented with a challenge or a choice right now, in like you're at a crossroads, and but whatever it is that you end up choosing is definitely going to lead you. It's like fate, kind of like it's going to put you in the right place at the right time, in particular to end up in a partnership of some kind, whether this is business or a love relationship. There is definitely and also I feel like there is this is kind of meant to happen, and there could be a move involved as well. So how to work with this energy? We have the 4 of Pentacles, and we have the 9 of Cups. Well, we just got luck on your side. And this is just, I feel like, honestly, it's like with the 4 of Pentacles, this can, you know, indicate somebody who's really stingy and cheap and, you know, withholds too much. And kind of like, you know, hoards things. But I'm kind of not feeling this for this particular spread. That could be a warning to don't do that. But also it is a nod to definitely making sure everything is a place for everything, and everything in its place. Make sure that you've got you're stable in your finances, and you're just organized. Getting organized is really important. And I feel like this is just going to help you think clearly and know how to make the right choice, because I see nothing but wish fulfillment coming from your decision. But it does require organization. It does require getting your hands dirty and work and making a big decision. But I see there is definite, like, I feel like all your dreams are going to come true, kind of. You know, this is like kind of the vibe I'm getting off this. So for oracle cards, we have fear. If you want to be free of fears and phobias, then you have to understand why they exist and make peace with them. And this is the first card in the deck, number 1. And then we have card 60 with patience. Creativity takes time, and sometimes a project can seem to be taking too long or seem to be failing. And that's card 60. Boy, who hasn't been in this position where it's like, oh my God, this is taking so long. But, you know, as I always say, you can't rush perfection. So just being patient with yourself. And definitely, I feel like with this is really important, okay, for everyone. When it comes to fears, it's like, it doesn't mean you're never going to have fears, okay, or you're going to, you know, never have to face fear. But you have to understand, why are you fearing things, okay? What is it you're afraid? For some of you, if you're afraid to move, or you're afraid to take a chance on love, ask yourself, why? Why are you feeling like this? Get to brass tacks here and understand why this fear exists. What is the underlying issue with it? That's how you overcome it, is by that's how you confront it. And it's like, I think a lot of people also think that courageous people or brave people are never afraid. That's just not true. It's more like, yeah, you're shitting your pants, you're freaking out about stuff. But it's just, you realize that you have to confront this fear and deal with the situation in order to overcome it. Because people who are brave and courageous, they want to move on. They don't want to be stuck in some fucking, hamster wheel of bullshit, so they want to overcome that. And sometimes also when it comes to facing fears, you're going to have to be patient with yourself in figuring stuff out. So we have clouds, signs, and visions. That's kind of weird. I just posted on my Instagram. I was filming clouds this morning. That is weird. We have paradise. Oh, wow, this group. We have a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. So that could be a potent time for you, whenever that is, during the year. Years, okay, plural. This could always be a very powerful time. And I gotta say, Aries season is always pretty fucking gnarly. There's always a lot of big changes. There is a lot of births and rebirths. And there's also death that happens a lot in Aries season, which is, it's kind of a tough time, but what follows it is, we have Beltane, where we have love and we have all this stuff that's occurring. It's kind of interesting because we have Aries and we have Gemini here. So I feel like whatever is happening and going to come to a climax right now, it's like going, in Gemini season, things are definitely going to start to freaking switch up. I feel like the energies are like, going to, you know what I mean? So we have watermelon tourmaline with love, balance, and clarity. Holy shit. Okay, so guys, with the Paradise card, let's take a look at this, because I really feel like by being patient and also by taking a look at your fears, your deep-seated fears, for things that are holding you back, by writing it out, I feel like for a lot of you, even if you have to talk it out and record yourself talking and then play it back so you can hear what you're saying. For some people, some people like through writing could be a very powerful tool. Some people through listening is a very powerful tool. So try both of those. But I feel like when you do this, also it's like we have signs and visions. I feel like a lot of you are getting signs and visions, and a lot of synchronicities are starting to happen around you because they're trying to steer you in the correct direction of where to go. Because, man, you've got good shit happening, okay? You've got good stuff, but there's going to be some kind of, like explosion. I don't know how to explain it. Like, that's going to happen first. But I feel like just knowing that, through the signs and visions, you're gonna be able to handle it very well. And I don't know why I want to say adapt. You'll be able to adapt better. So with card 21 there, with Paradise, where are we? Right here. So daydreaming about a better life, castles in the sky, and escapism. Very interesting. So the general message is, this card indicates that you are searching for the ultimate happiness in your life and have many unfulfilled desires. You may currently be unhappy about what's happening in your world or your personal life or your own personal life and looking for inner peace and tranquility. The answers to your questions about the meaning in life, death, and what really makes you happy will be answered. There's your signs and visions. But be patient. That's fucking crazy. That's like, oh, I love it when this happens. Okay, so you will have a lot more faith in the future. You will find greater spirituality and have greater satisfaction within your life. And since these messages are shorter, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read the rest of the messages here, which are career, finance, and relationships, because I feel like they definitely apply here. So the Paradise card for career and finance is a sign of good fortune for you. So feel more optimistic as things will start to improve. A more joyous career or life awaits. What others call castles in the sky or daydreams may become a reality if you have faith and believe in yourself and your abilities. Yes. So the relationship message is, secret worries about loved ones' health or loss of loved ones would see a time of reflection and pondering over past relationships. Those you have lost may visit in your dreams. The card is a good omen for meeting the ultimate life partner and having more harmony around the home. Look, they're buying a house. Okay? The Paradise card also indicates romantic travel to an exotic location. Interesting stuff, you guys. Okay, so then we have the Signs and Visions card. Let's see what this is all about with clouds. And for this one, clouds, spirits speak to us often through the clouds. Remember lying back in the grass and watching the clouds? What we saw were often messages. There are many signs and visions around you now. They are becoming stronger and clearer. There are signs coming to you in regards to everything you do and everyone you meet. If you pay attention to these signs now, you will know exactly what to do and what not to do. See? Yes, because there's something coming up here. Spirit is around and is speaking to you through the veils. The clouds are parting, and if you look, you will see what needs to be seen. Oh my gosh, amazing. Okay, now let's take a look at this fiery climax here with full moon in Aries. All right. So full moon in Aries, it is time to see if you've been a little bit too much me, me, me. There's a tug of war going on between what you want and what someone else wants. But you'll have to wait a little while to see what's going to happen next. As you wait, ask yourself if you've been handling the situation as sensitively as you could have done. If you know deep down that you've been a little rash or harsh, gone too fast, or overstepped the mark, this is warning about patience, right? Then accept that on some level, you've created this situation yourself, which means you can create your way out of it too. When this card comes up, a peak is coming and it could be fiery. So to attune to this energy, it says be nice, be kind, smile, and be polite as you navigate to where you want to be. So the additional meanings are being assertive is good. Just don't write roughshod over anyone. If you're in a tense situation, meditate your way to peace. Don't be a baby. Sorry, but this could be the issue. You need to have more fun. The teaching. The full moon in Aries is a super fiery time when emotions can run very high. On the upside, there's excitement about what may lie ahead, but tempers are likely to flare with rash comments or decisions. No matter when you pull this card, it signals that the situation has just or is about to come to a peak, perhaps in a rather heated way. There could be a price to pay if you have been too competitive or too blunt. So this is talking about when you're dealing with other people, make sure that you're being patient and not being too harsh, critical, rash, shit talky, I guess you could say. Make sure that you're handling it in a very place of patience and compassion, because I feel like that's going to really benefit you big time. Because we have, and you might want to work with watermelon tourmaline, which is love, balance, and clarity. And relationships are the currency of life, and watermelon tourmaline raises awareness of soul agreements and your impact on others people's lives. This crystal is supercharged to activate the heart chakra, creating a divine connection between you and your higher self. Like the watermelon, it teaches you to enjoy the sweetness of life, remembering good things often take time to ripen. Watermelon tourmaline balances masculine and feminine energies, connecting your heart chakra to both the physical and spiritual aspects of yourself. And this, are you ready for it? Gemini, Virgo, Venus, and Saturn energy. And we legit have the Gemini card. So Gemini season is definitely going to be a very powerful season for you guys. So let's take a look at the Fear card here. And with the Fear card, the Fear card is an indication that your fears will paralyze your ability to actualize your creativity if you do not face them with calm awareness and the knowledge that our fears exist to keep us safe. Selecting this card can also be a reminder that the fear of success is as controlling as the fear of failure. Both want you to stay safely where you are. To deal with your fears, you must first be able to recognize the difference between when your fears are trying to protect you and when you are operating unconsciously on fear autopilot, allowing yourself to be scared away from your desired course of action by habits and compulsions you created as coping mechanisms to deal with past traumas. Once recognized, you can face your fear dragon and actually ask it what it is trying to keep you safe from, and why you do the things you do when fear takes over. Very interesting stuff. I feel like also, if any of you are like creators or like artists and stuff like this, this is going to sound kind of random and very specific, but for some of you, painting or drawing out your fears is going to actually help you conquer them. And it's going to help you realize and come to terms. I'm seeing somebody sitting there and they're in like a trance-like state, and they're starting to draw and create their fear, and they're putting it out. You know, a lot of fucking artists and creators do this, and it does help them deal with it, which is really interesting. So I feel that this is something for somebody, some of you, one of you, or somebody here who's listening to this right now. This could actually help. And you never know, what you're creating could actually turn out to be some kind of money-making opportunity even. So look into that. So with the patience card, with number 60 here, with this card, it is, the patience card is an indication that problems you are having regarding the matter in question are being caused by an unacceptable amount of patience, not enough or too much, either on your part or on the part of another person involved. Selecting the patience card can also be an invitation to vibrate in resonance with the unique frequency of your project. Oh my God! To accept the speed of its unfolding as correct and proper and beneficial. Everything that has started off in the human mind has encountered the fluctuations of problems and solutions. The cultivating of patience and perseverance are the two unfailing indicators of success and successful people. We fail until we succeed. There is no other way. Being told to be patient can be received as if it was a blessing if you understand creativity, though it sounds like a curse to those who do not. And it's so true. And let me tell you, I've been working on something for a while, okay? And it's taking a fuck ton of patience to deal with it. But I know if I start to get all anxiety ridden and fucking try to rush it, it's gonna be shit. I want to take my time and be patient and just let it unfold organically. You know what I mean? And that way, when I do that and when I actually get into the zone, like kind of like what I was describing about how when you're working on something, if you get like grounded, centered, and then you start pouring your energy and you kind of like get into like a trance-like state when you're working, oftentimes this is when people do their best work. So I feel like this could be very helpful to this group. So you might want to look into those methods. Okay. So anyways, that's it. That's all I have for this group. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for further notifications. In the drop-down box, there's information on how to book a personal reading with me, plus all my Patreon information if you want to check that out, because I do stuff on there all the time. We just did a podcast. And my social media information. Thank you guys so much for being with me, and I'll catch you next time. Those of you who pick group 3 with the Dragon Stone, this is going to be your reading. Now let's see what the overall energy is. Excuse me. We have the Empress energy. Oh, wow. We have the Star. Oh my goodness. Okay, and then, so this is the surrounding energy that's going on right now, like with you, with this situation. Obviously, it's like I'm looking at the Empress, and she is just sitting there on the edge of the bed. She's got her hand on like kind of her solar plexus chakra, which is her will and her personal power. I almost get the feeling like it's like she feels that she's pregnant with a baby in there, okay? Pregnant with ideas. Also, I feel like this has to do with the sacral chakra, with creativity. And she's definitely got the power within her hands to make manifestations and things happen. And this is a nod to definitely not lose hope and lose sight of what it is you are trying to achieve. And I also feel like that there are some magical things going to be happening for you, like that are destined to occur here, because we have the Star card, most definitely. But the thing that I feel like is the warning here is definitely like, are you really working with your free will? Are you coming into your full personal power? Okay, because this is required for this situation. And how do we work with this energy? We have the 3 of Wands and we have the 9 of Cups. My God, this energy is just like dominating today. So with this, it's like, obviously, I mean, what do you need to do here? I honestly feel this is not a bad fucking spread, you guys. Just stay focused on what it is you're trying to achieve. Make sure that nobody tries to take away your shine. okay? Because literally she's holding that in her hand, okay? I feel like some of you could be dealing with some people that are very fucking challenging to you. Some people, there could be somebody around you who could actually be quite jealous of your success and your achievements. But it's really, really vital that you maintain and you stay focused on you and what you're trying to achieve, because I see wish fulfillment. It's coming to you. Okay, it's gonna happen. And I feel like for this group, this is a very creative group too, because we have that 3 of Wands. You know, some of you could be some kind of freelancer. Some of you could be definitely like artists, inventors, traders, like, you know, working in the trade industry, stockbrokers, writers, people who definitely write. Why is screenwriter coming up to me? Somebody's a screenwriter or is trying to work on a script of some kind. And definitely this has to do with like trade and enterprise just in general, okay, with this. But I see definite, like, you're going to have massive career satisfaction and just overall satisfaction within your life. Whatever it is that you are trying to manifest here is definitely going to happen. But it's going to take that perseverance and that, you know, you have to maintain focus, because I feel like people are going to try to like throw you off your game and distract you in this situation. But you need to keep focused on what it is, because you're definitely going to get what you want, because that's indicated right here. So what else do we have here with your cards? We have obstacles. Do not dwell on how you are going to surmount obstacles presently in your way. Don't do that. This is a great advice for anybody. We have oh my God, holy shit, willpower. Use your willpower to bravely overcome thoughts of compromise and defeat, because when you're focusing on compromise, thoughts of compromise and defeat, like compromising who you are to appease somebody else, or trying to, for some of you who are artists or creators, it's like compromising your vision just because somebody like wants to criticize it. It's like, it's one thing. What I learned in art school is this. It's like, there's going to be critics for everybody. Okay. No matter what you fucking do in life, there's always some critical asshole who's going to totally, like, you know, there's 2 kinds. There's the critical assholes, and then there's the people who give you constructive criticism because they want to see you succeed. Okay. And they want to see you grow because they are a champion of your efforts. Then there are the people who just are jackasses who just criticize people because, you know, they're feeling fucking low worth or self-esteem or something. Okay. We want to listen to the people with the constructive criticism. Okay. And more people need to learn how to fucking use constructive criticism. Okay. But I feel like, what I was taught is that you need to stay true to your vision and what you're about. There's going to be people who are critical of your work, who are criticizing it or picking it apart. But sometimes they do it because they want to see you, like I said, succeed. And sometimes people are just doing it to be mean. You need to stay true to what your goal is and your message and, you know, your manifesto and stuff like this. Even you need to listen to your gut here on this. Seriously. You know, even my teacher said that, you know, oh, well, this could be a little bit different over here, or this could be better over here, or blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, well, you know, should I change that? They're like, I'm just giving you some advice or like my point of view, but you need to stay true to you and do what you feel is right. What is your gut telling you to do with this? And I'd be like, sometimes I'd be like, yeah, I think you're right. And I would totally like switch it. And then sometimes I would not agree. And I'd be like, no, because if I change that, that's going to screw up that. And they're like, okay, well then you stick to your guns and you do you. And, you know, it always would work out when I listened to my intuition, okay? Because sometimes it's like accepting the constructive criticism is actually going to be beneficial to you. And I feel like for some of you, this could be something you're dealing with, okay? So we have Orchid, sexual energy. Well, she's rubbing at that belly, you know? For some of you, straight up, you know, this could be getting in contact with that. I feel like getting in contact and getting... working more with your sexual energy is actually going to boost your creativity, because, you know, the sacral chakra, the creativity and sexuality go hand in hand. They're the same exact chakra center, okay? Like energy center. We have freedom here because it's all in how you view it. You have free will. You free will. You know what I mean? It's like it's your decision and your choice here how to deal with it. Work through your fears. Oh my God, with new moon in Scorpio. And then we have agate with stability, grounding, and truth. You need to stand by your truth, your authentic self. You speak from the heart, your truth. Don't try to always appease other people because you're afraid of ruffling feathers. Because if you're your authentic self, somebody might not like you. That's not being true to yourself at all. That's sad, okay? So let's get into these extra cards. So we have the freedom card. Obviously, being true to yourself is very freeing, obviously. I mean, this is a no-brainer here, okay? And I feel like when you overcome your fears and don't dwell on these obstacles and really use that willpower, you're going to free yourself. And it's like, I feel like you're going to, some of you could actually experience a Kundalini awakening, okay? Now, everybody experiences pretty much the same thing when it comes to that. You can even look it up, okay? Google it. You can see what everybody experiences when they go through that. There's no question if you are, okay? And it happens usually, I'm just going to say it. Sometimes it can happen to somebody when they're having like really passionate, hot sex because it gets triggered. Is, you know, if there's a spiritual connection there, especially. Also, it can happen during meditation, like specific types of meditation in particular. So with the card 23, freedom. Restrictions are holding you back in a rut. So the general message here is fight any negative thoughts that you may have or jealousies for others, as positive thoughts and actions will be well rewarded. Exactly. This card is telling you don't act too impulsively and think things through before you act, as major mistakes could be made if care is not taken. This is particularly true around personal relationships and career and finances. You are in a time of new adventures, and you will be like a video on fast forward. Remember to push the pause button occasionally or risk being burnt out. And considering that they mentioned the career and finance and relationship, I'm going to read both of those messages too. Career finance, it says, the freedom card is all about having plenty of space and the ability to be free from any restrictions. The need to have more freedom could see you on a plane at a moment's notice or changing career or job as your need to be in control becomes paramount. Starting your own business or self-employment may appeal. Good vibes regarding self-promotion and even reinvention are around you as new opportunities for work will arrive. Your challenge is to avoid jumping from opportunity to opportunity, never satisfied with any job or feeling dissatisfied with what you have financially. Most likely you will downsize property or try to eliminate debt as much as you can so that you have nothing to hold you back from chasing your dreams or desires. To take the best advantage of this time, you will need to get your priorities straight. Make a to-do list and spend time writing down your plans so you can keep track of all the things going on in your life right now. Exactly. And the relationship messages, this card shows you or someone close is afraid of commitments. This could cause you to cover up your deep feelings. And if single, you have to avoid skipping from one superficial relationship to another, always looking for something better, as this could lead to loneliness down the track. The restless energy surrounding you now can lead to many temptations, and affairs of the heart are more common with this card than any other. Be sure that you are in love before you make hasty decisions you could regret, whether single or in an existing relationship. Wow. Okay, and then we have that sexual energy, speaking of relationships. And this has to do with just creativity, you guys, definitely. So with Orchid, where's Orchid? Which is right here. One of the strongest forces within humans is sexual energy, and it is strong within you now. Your Kundalini, or creative sexual life force, is being stimulated. What did I say? As a result, your sex drive is growing stronger, your sex appeal is more powerful, and your creativity is more dynamic. Hells yeah. There are multitudes of ways in which you can express your creative energies. Sexual energy is a reflection of your most primal creative life force, and this is a time to be as creative in as many ways as possible. I mean, that's so totally this Empress energy, abso-fucking-lutely, because she is like very sensuous and sexy and very fertile and very abundant. I mean, that's just like fabulous energy to have around you, seriously. So we have the work through your fears with new moon in Scorpio. And where is my new moon? Right here. So with this one, it says, this card suggests a rebirth. Think rebirth. Think of your situation as the phoenix that's rising from the ashes, as the birth, death, rebirth paradigm. That's what Scorpio energy is all about. Whatever you've been through, there's a new start ahead, and it might be a little dark. It almost certainly won't be rainbows and unicorns, but it will be deep and transforming. This card also suggests that if you know you are magical, then this is the time to start to work your magic. Are you ready for this? It can also herald the start of a sexier time. If you've been experiencing something of a drought, and emotional intimacy is also on the menu. Scorpio is the sign that likes to go deep into the body, deep, a mind and spirit. So when this card comes up, there's nothing superficial about what's coming your way. Oh, fucking hot. So anyways, to attune to this energy, it says, have some sexy time. The additional meanings for this cards are time to let go of a grudge you're holding, move on from jealousy, stop being obsessive. Could it be you're being paranoid? And make an investment. So Scorpio is the sign of death and rebirth, magic and shamans. Its energy is a little bit dark, occult, and even scary. Not all of us like to face the shadow, but Scorpio demands it. In fact, it's through working through your dark side that you can get to the light. And the new moon in Scorpio and the appearance of this card at any other time suggests you need to do that now. Because by doing this, you're going to definitely be able to overcome and handle any obstacles that come your way. I personally, as I've said a million times, fucking love this energy. I'm very at home in it. It's my jam. So I'm kind of biased to it because I love it. So with card 20 here, with willpower, the willpower card is an indication that the situation in question requires you to not compromise, but to exert your willpower and get your way. It is also a reminder that within us, we each have a valiant warrior who is always ready to stand up and defend our right to live life creatively. From our willpower comes our confidence and resolve to initiate action and bring it to a successful conclusion, no matter the obstacles we face. Although we are imperfect human beings, no matter our physical size or strength, our willpower can enable us to identify and use our many strengths to overcome the limiting flaws that derail so many creative projects and cause poor decision making, the root of almost all human-caused suffering. That's so true. I mean, big time. Okay, so with the obstacles card, really go within and think things through. I feel like when it comes to certain situations, think before you act is coming up into my mind, definitely. So obstacles. The obstacles card is an indication that perceived obstacles to the matter in question are there to help you obtain the best outcome possible. Selecting this card is a reminder to keep focusing on your goal, because if you are doing that, you will not have time to think about the obstacles in your way. The greatest obstacle is to focus on obstacles and not on your goal. Any path worth taking in life is going to have obstacles. That's so true. Overcoming and unblocking them gives rise to your creativity, and creativity gives rise to the feeling of being truly alive. If the previous words seem incorrect and the obstacles seem too daunting, then pick another creativity oracle card to game further. Okay, so we already have that, and that is that one. So anyways, guys, so this is my thing and I've said this a million times in all my readings, is when you focus all your energy at the task at hand, you got no time to think about the shit of the fucking future or the past. You need to not dwell on the past and dwell on the future. Don't do that. If you pour all your fucking energy into what you're trying to achieve at the moment, and you aren't being petty and being jealous of other people, or, thinking the world owes you something, because guess what? It doesn't. Okay? Seriously, you guys, that drives me nuts when people think that they're just owed something and they deserve it. It's like, what did you do to deserve it? What are you doing for humanity? What are you doing for your community? What are you doing for the ones you love? How, now tell me how, what? You know what I mean? It's really important to not dwell on any of that shit. Stay away from dramas like that and stuff, okay? And stay away from people like that too. Jesus Christ. Because I feel like I said, just watch what you're surrounding yourself with. And I feel like for some of you, you guys could be having some kind of blockage with that willpower and that sacral chakra. So these are things you might want to work on, and as well as the root chakra, because those first three chakras, period, okay? Because we have agate, and you might want to definitely work with this. Stability, grounding, and truth. And there are a gazillion different types of agate. So whichever one you definitely feel called to is going to reveal something about deeper truths and what needs to be worked on, okay? A stabilizing stone, agate is used to balance the mind, body, and spirit, creating harmony in all areas of your life, much like the patterns on the crystal itself. Grounding and supportive, agate helps to reveal inner truths, cleansing beneath the surface to expose your authentic self. A wonderful stone to heal resentment. Agate frees you from the self-imprisonment of inner anger, replacing it with safety and security. Agate takes its time, vibrating at a slow and steady pace, and encourages you to take as much time as you need for the matter at hand. And this is Gemini and Mercury energy. And it's kind of funny because we had mentioned like writing and using words too for this card. So definitely a lot of you could be Geminis, and a lot of you could have heavy Gemini placements. Whether it's in your natal or your progress chart, like fucking shit, you should see my progress chart, what's going on in Gemini. Oh my God, it's insane. There is a huge stellium going on there. So, and Mercury could be very strong. You could be Mercury dominant in your chart. But I feel like this group, you got some awesome shit headed your way. As long as you don't dwell on shit, don't let people suck you into dramas. Really work on unblocking that energy, okay? And definitely work through your fears, okay? Everybody has fears. Everybody has, we always deal with these. This is just part of life. You know, nothing just gets handed to you on a fucking plate. There's no such thing as a free lunch. So, you know that you've got what it takes though, and you've got the skills and the tools to achieve great things for sure, okay? Just living in your truth though is going to be a big part of that, okay? So anyways, guys, thank you so much for being with me today. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for further notifications. In the drop-down box, there's information on how to book a personal reading with me, plus my Patreon information, social media information. Thank you guys, and I will catch you next time. For those of you who picked group 4 with our lucky Jade, this is going to be your reading today. And we're going to take a look at the overall energies right now that you're dealing with. And wow, we have the Death card, and we have the Tower. Big changes here that you guys are fucking dealing with. And now how are we going to deal with this energy to make it work for us, basically? We're going to look at the Ace of Coins and the Nine of Cups. Good God, okay, I'm just going to say this. This particular energy is really dominating the readings today, okay? I feel that this makes me feel really hopeful, though, because I feel that a lot of you have been working your asses off to improve things in your lives. This is fucking great, because I feel like in the long run, you guys are going to be very, very good, okay? It makes me, this is going to sound weird, but it makes me want to fucking give everybody a big fucking hug, because it's like, I know that some of you have just been struggling like crazy with shit, and it's just been a long fucking hard road. But don't you fret, because we have the Ace of Coins here. There is some kind of awesome fucking offer, especially in the material realm of things, job offers. You can come into like a inheritance or something like this. Just like somebody's going to come in and they're just going to really, I mean, some of you could have been applying for grants for school, or, you know, been really waiting and struggling really hard looking for that perfect job. But I feel like this is going to be achieved. You're going to get it, okay? It's all working out. But what is going on is there's going to be, what's happening first is there is definitely a need for death here. The death of the old ways of thinking, maybe even like old job location, just there's a need for great change. The Tower is this aha moment where walls are being torn down to expose truths, you know, insights, things like this. And I feel like for some of you, you're going through a phase like this right now where it's like things are, you know, you thought they were one way, but really they're not. And it's just like, it's exposing you know, the situation. It might be a little harsh and uncomfortable, but yet the truth that's coming from it is going to set you free. But I also feel that there is some sort of job offer. You know, it's really crazy because when we have the death card and we have, you know, the tower card in particular, both of these could actually refer to the military. Some of you, one of you could even be getting out of the military and you're worried about finding a freaking job, and you're going to get it and it's going to be very abundant, and it's like what you want. It's wish fulfillment. And some of you could be getting a contractor job with the military, and it's definitely going to be very lucrative, and it's going to set you up and get you a lot of money. You're going to be very comfortable, very satisfied. It's like, or maybe you're even moving to the location of your dreams. This opportunity is definitely coming in. I feel like for some of you, you could actually work in finance, and you're dealing with a lot of other people's money. And maybe because you know how to work money and finance, it's like, I feel like maybe you've invested in something in particular that's really going to become fucking fruitful. And there's just going to be massive, infinite abundance because of it. And it's like, you're going to be very set up and be very comfortable in life because of, you know, the decision you've made is a fucking very good one. I do feel like with this group, there is a definite need to watch out for anger and, you know, dealing with anger management situations. You could be dealing with somebody who has anger issues. But I see that that's not going to affect you long term. You're going to be not having to deal with that. But then for some of you who have issues with like dealing with anger, and, you know, there's a need to temper that for sure. You know, it's like the Ace of Coins. I mean, God, that is like one of the best fucking cards in the friggin' deck, man. Some of you could be definitely going into business for yourselves, and it's going to work out really good. Some of you in particular, like if you're going into business, it could be a health and well-being kind of business, but it's going to definitely like, you're on the right track. And some of you could be investing in property, and it's like, it's going good, especially right now with the way the housing market is. Holy shit. I am not even kidding you. There have been so many houses on the market, like in my neighborhood, because, you know, nobody's been trying to sell their house until recently. And now everybody who's been wanting to downsize or move, because there are a lot of retired people around here, and they want to move into like different houses that are smaller and easier to care for or whatever. So they haven't sold, and now they are, and their houses go on the market, and within a week they're sold. It's like, that's just fucking, it's that crazy, and there's bidding wars everywhere. So I feel like for some of you, if you're definitely in real estate, it's going to be very lucrative to you right now. You'll be doing good. So let's take a look and see what came up with the oracle cards. I mean, you got wish fulfillment, but there's going to be some freaking dark night of the soul for some of you. There's going to be some uncomfortable truths coming to light. You know, some of you could just be realizing that I need a change, I need to move, I need to grow, I'm done with the way that things were. Also, a lot of you, some of you, one of you could be a Scorpio, just to say here. Scorpio season could also be very important for you coming up this year. So we have, for our oracle cards, we have manifestation. Yes! Soon you may manifest the goal you focus. Soon you may manifest the goal you focus spiritual energies upon. Exactly. We have pitch. Be as clear, concise, and professional as you can be when you explain your ideas to potential associates. So definitely, I'm feeling some business stuff here. Some of you guys have a business idea, and you're going to pitch an idea to people, and you're trying to get some financing, but I definitely see it happening. We have prairie. Move and adapt. Yes, absolutely. We have friendships. Some of you guys could be making a fucking great, like a business partner. There could be a business partner coming in, or somebody who's really going to support your work. They're going to be a patron of yours, something like this. And it's like, I feel like your friendships are definitely going to deepen. You're going to make some new friends possibly through the situation. Luck is on your side. Fuck yeah. New moon in Sagittarius. And of course, Sagittarius season comes right after Scorpio season. And then we have Sapphire. Whoo, this is a great card and a great stone to work with for you guys. Royalty, wisdom, and knowledge. Yes. Okay, so let's take a look at that friendship cards first. And with this one, I'm like feeling such positive fucking shit. with this group. Even though we have the Death card and the Tower card, this is like change for the better, and it's so good. But I feel like you guys have really struggled for a while, and it's like, finally, you can like jump for joy because it's manifesting, baby. So with friendships, it says letting go of toxic friendships, new exciting friendships being made. Yes, that could be what's being released too for some of you. You could be saying bye to a certain group of people or a certain person. So the general message is selecting this card shows you are about to connect with some new friends and let go of others who may have proved false, toxic, or convening. You may have experienced some personal turmoil recently, and I bet you know your true and loyal friends. Yes, you know now your true and loyal friends. The ones you can depend on through life and who you can share your inner thoughts, feelings, and secrets with, okay? So I think this is part of it. Some of you could have like recently, you know, remember how I said it's like things might not have been as they seem? Like I think that maybe you were pouring a lot of energy and time into a specific relationship with a person and they turned out to be a real fucking axe wound, okay? And it's like, you're like, you know, you're seeing light now and you're realizing, you know, this person, this toxicity of this energy that had been around you was actually not helping you. It was actually hindering you. So it's time to let that go. So, friends are very important to you as they help with your development and spiritual growth. The right friends can also assist in making good decisions and continuing to be a good and decent human being. It is of the utmost importance to let go of friends or family that have hurt your feelings, gossip about you, try putting you down, or you no longer trust. The next 6 months will see you networking and meeting new people from all walks of life. Joining new social clubs is ideal, and sporting clubs could bring love. Through small changes in your life, you will find that you will attract people like-minded to yourself. If feeling lonely, try one of the modern reputable dating websites. There are also great online clubs for meeting new friends. Whatever you do, this card is all about the importance of friendships. So now is a great time to meet new people. Yes, exactly. Oh my gosh. And like I said, it's 6 months from now. Okay, so we are May, June, July, August, September, October. Scorpio season starts in October. And that's fucking 6 months from now. Okay. Just saying, that's going to be an important time for you guys. So career and finance message with this one. If you have trouble making friends at work or career, it's time to make some changes. By placing some yellow flowers in your home, you can start to attract better communication and more friends, as the color yellow is the color of friendship. Self-improvement, study, or a course could also strengthen new friendships. As a bonus, the self-improvement will make you more employable. Ambitions will be satisfied and new options and opportunities will see you make new friends and connections. Socially, you will be opening up, and by being kind and thoughtful, you will get many brownie points around career and financial opportunities. And the relationship message is, through joining new social groups and sporting activities, your life will be full and enriched once again. Remember, as you let go of friends that you no longer feel are desirable to your life, this makes room for new connections and friends to come in. And this is likely to take place over the coming year. Wow, you guys. Your new friends will love and respect you. Sometimes this card can point to a secret admirer coming your way. So that might liven things up, even if attached. Ooh la la. Oh my gosh. Okay, and so with this luck is on your side, clearly somebody's going to shoot their shot and they're going to get you for sure. I feel like you guys are going to shoot your shot and really freaking pitch something awesome, and it's going to manifest your dreams. And it's like, if there's like a dream to move to a specific location, I feel like it's definitely coming. Okay. So with the new moon in Sag here, we have, whatever is coming your way, it looks to put a smile on your face. The new moon in Sagittarius can mark the restart of fun after a period of feeling low. Yep. The energy is adventurous and even willing to take a few risks, but be careful you don't bet the farm on something here, as the Wheel of Fortune is still spinning. This card is about exploring life metaphorically by exchanging big ideas with others or just thinking about your own philosophies. Perhaps it's time to change your mind about something important. It can also signal that a trip away is coming up, if that's something you're working to achieve. But the overall message of this card is that whatever happens next will be some sort of gift, even if it simply means widening your worldview. So to attune to this energy, count your blessings literally. Write them down or say them out loud. Additional meanings, you need to laugh more. This is a wonderful time to start a course of study or teaching. Don't be narrow-minded. Start a week of gratitude practice. Example, via Facebook, a journal, or a blog. So the teaching with this card is Sagittarius is the sign of fun, travel, exploration, and the great cosmic quest. It's the sign of big ideas. Its energy is expansive, upbeat, lucky, and divine. The new moon in Sagittarius exudes all this, as does the card whenever you draw it. Nothing is set in stone with Sagittarius, and an optimistic energy could attract all manner of good things if you tap into the energy by expecting the best. Fabulous. So then we have Prairie, move and adapt. And where is Prairie? Prairie is at the beginning here, I think. And here it is. Prairies are vast open spaces, very different from meadows and fields. They are places of extremes, summers hot and dry and winters cold and wet. Prairies teach us how to adapt to extreme conditions. This is the time to make any moves you have thought about. They may not be easy, and you might have to do some serious adapting, but ultimately the moves will work for you. Abundance and contentment will follow. Yes. New opportunities for journeys are ahead. Don't give up hope. They hold great promise once the journey is made. Yes, most definitely. Fuck yeah. So we have manifestation and pitch here too. So pitch is, we're going to start off with that because that's at the beginning. Pitch. The pitch card is an indication that you should clarify your idea or your plan for action into a form so simple that you can clearly explain it in just a few sentences to a child or someone who knows nothing about this area of endeavor. The process of reducing a concept to its simplest form is a proven method for increasing the chances that you are hoping to convey to another person is what they are actually receiving. Take into account the personality and needs of the person or persons whom you are addressing and pitch it at the level that they can best understand. This card can sometimes indicate that you need to simplify and clarify the question you are asking too, okay? So then we have manifestation. So in other words, you want to be clear and as motherfucking concise as humanly possible if you're going to pitch an idea to somebody, okay? And it's a good idea, like as if you're talking to a child. It's like, yes, because it's absolutely fucking clear, when you do that. Exactly. So with manifestation card, wow. So the manifestation card. Okay, the manifestation card is an indication that your work as a magic maker is about to bear fruit. What started out as a fanciful daydream is soon going to take its place in reality. This card can be a reminder about the link between science and magic. Today's technological wonders would have been considered magic only decades ago, and the future promises to hold even more miracles to be manifested. As I explain in my book, And Manifestation Technique, Quantum Affirmations, quantum mechanics understanding of the seemingly fantastic wave particle nature of light can be further applied to consciousness, thereby allowing us to use the magic of science and the science of magic to enable us to use the process of guided imagery to lead us to the reality we desire to be living in. You can reach your goal. And I gotta tell you, imagery is fucking powerful. We used to do it when I was on a competitive dance team before every competition. And when we would do it, we'd fucking win. So I'm telling you, do it, you guys, because you picture it exactly. If you can see it in your mind's eye, you can make it fucking happen. It's no doubt. So when we have sapphire here. So sapphire is definitely a stone you want to use and carry with you. And yes, you can get tumbled sapphires. I have one. It's upstairs though. I'd show it to you right now. But anyways, these are, you can get some sapphire jewelry too. Fairness rules the kingdom when sapphire wears the crown. Sapphire wields its power through kindness and wise judgment, bringing good luck and fortune to those who wear it. A gem with regal presence throughout history. Sapphire is considered to be sacred, representing celestial hope and faith. Known as the stone of wisdom, sapphire enhances focus, concentration, and learning abilities. Sapphire activates the third eye and throat chakras, guiding you towards knowledge beyond this stratosphere. So definitely, if you have a birthday in September, and you're watching this, then you definitely want to be working with your birthstone here and be working with sapphires, because that just gives it more power and oomph to your freaking manifestations, okay? So this is for Virgo, Libra, Sagittarius, Moon, and Saturn energy. And this is so crazy because we have Sagittarius showing up right here. That's wild, you guys. Awesome shit. Okay. So anyways, thank you guys so much for being with me today. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for further notifications. In the drop down box, there's information on how to book a personal reading with me, plus my Patreon information if you're interested in checking that out, where I post daily, except Sundays. And I put exclusive content on there. And we just did a podcast, which we just posted up yesterday. So anyways, and I have social media information down there. So thank you guys so much for being with me. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.